Great Northwest Weaponry. This is Thomas, and today we are doing Day at the Range round 39. Last week we did, or I guess 2 weeks ago, last video, we did Day at the Range round 38, where we took a look at 7 pistols that we hadn't shot on the channel in a while. Today, we are doing the same with rifles. It is the start of the 7th year of the channel, so that is the reason for 7. None of these have been shot on the channel since 2024. What you just saw, and what I shot actually pretty horribly, Smith Corona Model 1903A3. Now, again, we've got 7, and we're gonna just work our way through them, no particular order, but got a lot of interesting stuff. All bolt-action rifles, as you would have seen at the very beginning of the video. Let's see what we've got next. Arisaka Type 99. And any of these that have a functional safety, I have loaded and on safe. So just turn off the safety there. And 5 rounds. These are also all different calibers. So first we saw was obviously 30-06. This one, 7.7 Japanese. Did not properly kick out, and now I'm having some double feeding issues, but got it fixed. Hit the first 2, missed the last 3. We're about 100 yards from the target right now, and we've still got a lot to work through, so let's keep it rolling. Up next is the 6 round, 6.5 Carcano, model 1891. This is an old one dated 1896. And turn off the safety. And this is the first one of these that is fed by N-block clip. Bad primer strike. There we go. But we lost our target. I'm gonna go remedy that. Cleanly shot our hanger in half, and it looks like a couple of our misses might have been near hits, as those look like scorings from a bullet passing through the hanger. But yeah, probably did that with either the 30-06 or the 7.7. Most likely the 7.7, considering it stuck around, but we're gonna go ahead and hang it back up. All right, we've got 5 more rounds. Went ahead and put the cartridge that we had the bad primer strike at the bottom of the clip. So get a retry on that one at the end. Made 1 hit. Let's see if we can make a couple more. This thing hits very, very high. Two more. There we go. Clipped it on the last one. So about 3 out of 6. When I say about, that's because that was only a clip on that last one. You can probably hear it ring in the video, but I don't know, we'll see. It is hanging against a flat piece of wood. Up next, it is winter, so we had to bring at least one. The Finnish Mosen M28. Now, you may have noticed that I went ahead and ditched my coat because it is oddly, well, I would say unseasonably warm up here right now. This is the weird time of year where the weather up here just kind of changes willy-nilly and day by day. I actually shot the pistol version of this exactly a week ago today. Like, I think down to the hour a week ago. And it was buried in snow and I was barely able to make it. Today, there's barely any snow up here at all, and it's actually warm. Like, I am sweating. So, anyway, 5 rounds, 7.62 by 54R. Can't tell exactly where I'm hitting. No hits yet. See if we can get a redemption on the last shot. I still can't tell where I'm hitting. I think this must hit really high as well. Oh yeah, I aimed the full width of the target at the range that I'm looking at below, and that is where I hit, and it appeared to hit pretty near the center, if not on the bottom edge. So this hits fully a foot high at this distance. Got another one for you. The smallest capacity rifle that we have with us today, and the only one without a safety, as the French just didn't like safeties on their rifles. Berthier M1907-15. This is 3 rounds of 8mm rimmed label. We haven't seen this one in like 2 years. No hits, and we have no more ammo for this. That was the last that I had, or I would try to shoot again. But that's why we're getting these out today. Not having great accuracy so far, but again, as I previously stated, we have not shot any of these in a bare minimum of 12 months. So, and in most of their cases, such as this one, much more than that. So that's why I'm trying to get them out. You know, these day at the range videos, not trying to prove anything. It is just an excuse to get out and shoot. And we've got 2 more to look at. Up next, the highest capacity rifle that we have out with us today, my beautiful Stevens Savage Lend-Lease Program Enfield number 4 Mark 1. And this is 10 rounds of .303 British. We just lost the target again. All right, we got 8 more shots, and here we go. Guess what? It would appear that this target does not like hanging by the ears, because last go around we lost that ear, and now we just lost that one. See if I can jerry-rig a way to hang this back up. If not, then we'll just keep blasting without a steel target. 3rd time's the charm, right? We broke it 3 times and we won't break it again. Should have 4 rounds left for the Savage Enfield. Did manage to get the target hung back up. The problem is the hooks that I use, the bigger ones are a little too fat to fit through the central eye of the target. That's why we're using the ears, and it broke off each of those ears. So I went ahead and hammered the hanger through the central eye, and it seems to have worked. I was able to get it back up. Let's see if we can make a few more hits. We've done pretty good with this so far. Of the 6 shots that we've fired, I think I've only missed 2, but also I've been running back and forth and I'm getting a little winded, and you know, we'll see how it goes. Hit 3 out of the 4 there, and then we'd had 4 out of the 6 previously, so 7 out of 10 total. Improved our average a bit with the actual American Enfield. We do have a gun that is commonly referred to as an American Enfield, but in truth it isn't an Enfield. This, however, is. Now, we've got one more to take a look at. The Arisaka Type 38 in 6.5 Arisaka. And this is 5 rounds, as is the standard for most guns of the period. And here we go. This is the end. Man, the recoil on that is light. And of course we missed the last one because that's just how today's going. And you know what? I'm not even going to attempt to change anything about it. This is how it goes sometimes, especially when you bring out guns that you haven't fired in a while. I'm just glad that I get the chance to shoot these at all, and I'm glad that they function. That is a big thing with guns this old, is finding ones that not only work but have any amount of accuracy can be very difficult. I have had more than a few that had the barrels completely shot out. I kept them anyway. A little bit of a indigestion happening there. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. But anyway, it's just cool to have these guns and to get to showcase them for you all. The Arisakas have always been favorites of mine. I love my Savage Enfield. I love my Springfield. I love them all. They're cool guns, and it's a fun hobby, and I'm glad I get to share that with you guys. Now, with that, we've got demos coming in the near future. I have shot the shooting segments of both the M1 Garand and the Browning High Power. We'll be posting the Browning High Power first, probably 3 weeks from today, maybe 2. I've got to shoot the history segment of that, and as such, I need to do a substantial amount of research for both of those. So there'll actually, I shot the M1 Garand first, and it's gonna be the second one that I post out of those two. But got some cool stuff in the pipeline, got more shorts that are shot and ready to go. Hope you all enjoyed this video. It's been Thomas, Great Northwest Weaponry, and I will see you next time.